Stories of mermaids and mermen are found in cultures around the globe in Asia, the Near East, Africa, and Europe. The ancient Assyrians told the first mermaid story in 1000 BC, centuries before Hans Christian Andersen published his popular story The Little Mermaid in 1837. Christopher Columbus and Henry Hudson reported seeing sightings of human-like figures swimming in the oceans on their voyages. And in 1842, P.T. Barnum displayed one in his New York museum. The Fiji Mermaid was Barnum's new exhibit, and at the time he claimed it had come from the London Lyceum of Natural History. This lyceum did not really exist, but it helped promote the authenticity of the mermaid. In the advertisements for the exhibit, he included images of the lovely mermaids we are so familiar with, but when visitors went to see the exhibit, they were met with something quite unexpected. The so-called mermaid was actually an amalgamation of a fish's body attached to a monkey's head. It was not a real mermaid at all, but it became one of Barnum's most famous hoaxes. This object was lost in the fire that swept through Barnum's museum in 1865, but many of these curious creatures can be found around the world, and one can even be seen in Lewes. Encased in glass and resting on a cushion, the Zwaanendael Museum's Fiji Merman was brought home to Lewes by Captain Martin. The merman was a fixture in the Martin family home for over a century before it made its first appearance in the museum in 1941. The merman's monkey head has been attached to a carved wooden body and a preserved fish tail that were stained, varnished, and decorated with bits of glass and hair to resemble a half-human, half-fish creature. These mermen were most likely crafted in Japan or the East Indies and found in exotic ports that sailors would bring home. They are considered pieces of folk art or sailor's art and were created at a time when the mysteries of the world were just starting to unfold. The Zwaanendael's Fiji Merman may not be a beauty or even a real merman, but he still creates a sense of wonder and disbelief for all who visit. Museum Minutes is brought to you by the Zwaanendael Museum in Lewes, Delaware, and by the Delaware Division of Historical and Cultural Affairs.